That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 million bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting. That's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10. 180. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Pistol. Mike 4-2. Mike 4-2.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Alert! 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Mike's 42.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Derrick Henry. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newman. And caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Switch, switch.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Check nine, check nine.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And
a really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He finds McCoy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Shoot!
To throw on second down, Newman. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbins. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. The open man is Westbrook. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Check. Check out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, box drop.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
180. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He sets up the screen to Jones. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
42's the mic, boy. 42. 42's the mic.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game, as you noted.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 31 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Mayfield. This for his running back, McCoy. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, Newman. He's got his man. It's Andrews. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A 1st carry now for Kofani Muhammad. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Crunch time, defense.
Looking to throw. Newman. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.